Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a video about Black Desert. I'm going to try to touch on some features that Black Desert have that I haven't seen in MMORPGs in a very long time, and there are features that I really missed out on when I first originally played the game. They're like, I just completely ignored them and never showed them the time of day. But when I actually came back to the game 2 months ago, I did a lot of research and the things that you were able to do in this game, and it just blew my mind. So this game is like a mixture of an MMORPG and action RPG as well as an RTS. It has like RTS aspects in this game, and they're great. They're like the coolest things ever. Now, let me first step on some of these professions. Professions are they're called life skills here. You know what I mean? They have gathering. Gathering is pretty much anything that has to do with collecting. So pretty much like either you're gathering water via a bottle in a river, you know what I mean? You're chopping wood, or you're gathering herbs, like herbalism or such. You have processing, which processes majority of the materials that you gather or your workers gather, and I'm going to get into workers a little bit later. They have cooking. You know what cooking is. They have alchemy. They have training. Now, training is a unique profession, to this game, because I haven't seen training in many games, period. Actually, most games you buy a mount and it's one and done. That's it. You don't ever do anything to your mount. Here you actually train your mounts. You can breed your horses, and that's where training comes into hand. You know what I mean? It increases your mount skills and stuff like that. It's really cool in this game that you can build onto every aspect of your character, and it feels so rewarding to be able to just when you come up with your horse or whatever, 9 times out of 10, you feel good about it because it's yours. You bred this horse. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that breed horses, and these guys, they get rewarded for it. These are the people that ride around and pure white, horses, tier 8 horses. And a lot of other people are, I guess, still riding around on tier 5s and stuff, like, including myself. Yes, I have a tier 5 horse, but you know what? It has some really neat skills on it that makes it completely worth it, and I'm happy with it. And this is armor that I created to put on the horse. So all of this right here is possible because of me, the work that I put in. It's so rewarding. Right? So that's what training is, where you can level up your horse and stuff like that, and it goes towards your character, kind of like I would say these life skills and professions are kind of a lot like RuneScape professions, where if you go out and chop wood, you get experience towards chopping wood. So it's the same aspect here. When you process anything, it goes towards your character's experience and knowledge of processing, and it goes through these tons of levels, you know what I mean, which I believe it's beginner, then it's apprentice, and then it goes to skilled, and then professional, and then there's like 4 other ones. I don't really know them by heart, but it's a really cool system, and the higher these are, the more rewards you get from it, the more stuff you get from it. So when you're cooking, say if you cook a hot dog, right, at beginner, you're gonna get like 1 hot dog each time you cook. As you rank up and become a skilled cooker, now maybe you're getting 2 to 3 hot dogs, and you become a master or a guru, and you're getting like 5 to 6 hot dogs or whatever. So, and you can understand right there, if you're making profit just procking 1 extra hot dog, imagine a profit that you're making when you proc 5 extra hot dogs. Now this is just an example, so don't rip my head off in the comments. All right, guys. You got fishing, and you know what fishing is. Fishing is literally so cool, and a lot of people, when they look at Black Desert, they say, oh, the fishing system is not very in-depth and stuff like that, but it is in a way. Okay, so when you're fishing, I believe you become master or maybe skilled or something like that. You're able to use a harpoon gun, so now you can go out in the ocean and fish with a harpoon gun. And I don't know too much about it. I just know that you can do it, and I've seen certain people do it. I'm not sure the reward, but there's people out there that fish, and that's their thing. That's what they like to do, and this is not so much of oh, what professions make the most money. This is just showing you how much stuff this game has to offer. And this game, another one is hunting, which, as you see what I'm doing here, and I'm just shooting random things with my little musket, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It's really cool, actually. I'm really enjoying this. You know, this board's just sitting there, and I'm just boom. I come out of here, and you know, I don't care. I'm gonna hunt goblins too. Do what I want. And then it has trading. Trading is really cool. I'm gonna get into trading as the last thing, but I'm gonna talk about farming. You guys know what farming is. If you don't know what farming is, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, you're growing vegetables, fruits, plants, you know, all sorts of things like that. It's really cool. If you ever wanted a game where you can farm in game, yes, you can farm in game, and it's really cool. And you can make money from it. You can make money from every profession in this game so far, except for sailing, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can make money sailing. Actually, you can. I might be wrong. I don't know too much about sailing, but it's exactly what it sounds like. You get a boat and you know, you level that up or whatever. And yes, that's a profession in this game. You can actually spend all your time in this game in the water. How efficient you would be on things, I don't really know because I don't know too much about it because I don't do it, but I know there's people that do it. As you can see here, they have the rankings. You see these are people that are master at gathering. Gathering is anything. It's not just mining. Gathering is woodcutting, mining, and herbalism. So it's gathering all sorts of stuff. And also, it's not just those as well. It's animals too. You can gather blood from animals, which is really cool. Okay, then you have fishing. And look at all these people. So yes, there's leaderboards for this stuff, which is so cool. You won't really see this in any, I haven't seen this type of stuff in any other MMORPG, to be honest, and this is so cool to have. And this is hunting. There's obviously some people that are ridiculously high, professional 10 and all that stuff. I don't know exactly what they do, but the more you do this stuff, the more you gain ranking and stuff, and you can become masters and gurus. You know, you can make really good money during life skilling. And actually, not for a new player, but for veteran players, you know, some of those guys, majority of the time, make most of their money just off of life skills alone. And when people talk about life skills in this game, that's exactly what they're talking about, is professions. So you have that, then you have training, and as you can see, there's someone's mastering here, and it shows other ranks. And this is just a rank for the channel that I'm in right now, I believe. And you know, there's one for trading, which I'm gonna get on later. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about trading, because that goes along with like workers and all that stuff. Actually, it doesn't really, but it's easier to explain like that. Then they have a wealth ranking. These are people with the top wealth right now on this channel, which is pretty crazy. It doesn't really, it just shows their name, who's higher in wealth. It doesn't really show how much they have. It would be cool if they showed that, so we look at it and be like, holy crap, that guy has a lot. It shows growth. Now, growth is experience. So whoever has, you know, all these guys are level 60, the person with the highest percentage of experience. So that's what it's 60 is the level, and then 0.55, that's the amount of experience. So they're 52% into level 60. So these people might be trying to go for level 61. Other people that they don't really care, they just get to 60 and they're just like, so I'm level 60, I'm a boss. And then they have Red Battlefield is kind of like the battlegrounds in this game. I've never been in one, but I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of it. It seems pretty intense. I think there's different categories that you can sign up for. You can sign up to one that's like, you know, only people with this amount of like gear score and, you know, a strength can join this one. And then they have one that's unlimited. So pretty much Jesus can come in that one, smite everyone, and just be like, ha ha ha. You know, it's funny. Okay, so let's talk about the last profession that I want to say, which is trading. And trading is really cool because it's unique. So basically, when you're trading, you're going to a trade manager and you're basically trading. Like, you remember like RTS back in the day where you would share your resources with your neighbor or your town, and they would get in a trade wagon and they would go all the way to another town to sell goods from another town? That's exactly what it is in this game. So you would be going, say, if you were trading, I would be trading from maybe Caltheon, and then I would pick up some stuff from here, the trader here, and then I would travel all halfway across the world, you know, maybe to this place right here, Altanova, and then sell them things, and they would give me a higher. They would buy this stuff ridiculously expensive, like 3 times more expensive than I previously bought the things. So pretty much, you buy something at one end of the world or one town, and then you go sell it at another town for profit, which is so cool. There's I haven't seen a system like that where you can actually physically do the trading yourself. Another feature, let me get on to, is workers and stuff like that and nodes. So you can have workers in this game that pretty much do life skills for you. Okay, so like, say I have gathering here. There are people that don't gather at all, that just have their workers gather for you. Let's see if we can put these items up so we can go actually maybe see a worker on the road. Let me get on my horse. Let's ride out. And as you can see, the game is very beautiful, very beautiful. And I'm not trying to say that most Asian games don't have in-game and stuff like that, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them are just, endless grind, and I don't mind grind. I love the grind, actually. That's why some of my favorite games are Asian games like Ion and stuff like that. So this is not really a problem. And look how beautiful this game is. And for the people that don't have the strong enough computers to run their game on, like, this type of quality, you guys, I'm sorry. I couldn't imagine, playing like that in this year, but this game is very unoptimized. So even with a good computer, it's still hard for some people to run this game and really high definition and stuff. So that's why I say that. And my computer's a monster, so I can actually do this. And this is an example of like how a farm would look, but this isn't a personal farm. This is just some random thing. I think there's a personal farm over here, and I guess people can have these things out, and this person's probably just growing a bunch of crap. Yeah, but you lay a bunch of those out and you can actually farm, and it's really cool. I haven't done it, but I see other people do it. I know friends that do it that make a lot of money. Let's see if we can see workers. So we're gonna go back into town. Woo! Jump off of this rock. Completely hurt my horse. And another thing you can get from farming, just an example, is these carrots. See, these are special carrots. So when I hit this, it fills up this bar, the stamina bar. It almost fills up the whole stamina bar. Matter of fact, it does fill up the whole stamina bar. And that's like another benefit, compared to just buying regular carrots from the regular vendor. Alright, so here's the worker situation here. And it's kind of funny because who knows if these guys volunteered to be workers or whatever, or they just slaves. But you come to this guy, and there's one of these in every city. You hit NPC, and then you hit worker, and then they'll take you to the closest one. And then you go here, talk to this guy. Now, you can actually contract workers. You're not hiring any more workers. Okay, I can't really hire any, but you would use this button, and you spend like five of your energy, and then you have a chance of getting good worker and stuff like that, and you would just buy the worker straight out. And then here's like a worker auction house, which is a worker exchange is what they call it, but you buy your worker from here anyway, long story short, and then you have your worker. And let me show you. See, this is why I saved this profession to explain kind of a little bit last, because it's a harder profession to actually. It's a little bit more complicated, I would say that. So, all right, we're going to talk about contribution points. So contribution points are these things right here. I have 117 of them. When I first came back to the game, I only had about 50 or 60 of these, which I guess it shows you how much I put into, life skills. Not a lot, like, you know what I mean. I ignored the system completely, and now I come back to the game. I'm really trying to get both of these up, my energy and my contribution. Energy is required to do things like gather as well as nodes. Without nodes, you won't really have anything for your workers to do. So see here, I got this farm, right? And then I can assign a worker. I don't have any workers at this city, I believe, right here to be able to farm this potatoes, but I would have my workers farm these potatoes for me, so I don't have to go out there and gather it myself, which is cool because you use energy to gather, and if your energy is not too high, you're not going to be able to gather much at all. But with your workers are going to work around the clock 24/7 gathering whatever you need, whether it be stuff you want to meld, stuff you want to turn into armor like ore, or whether it be some type of food or byproduct that you want to use to be able to cook. You know what I mean? So let's say here you can actually make investments, which is really crazy. So workload, you would do like, 10,000. I'm guessing that's what this is. So oh, this is actually a lot more than 10,000. So I don't know how this system works. I haven't gotten into this, but this is just another part of the game I haven't even like explored yet. But you could do investments, and I guess you do them with your workers. You send your workers to do investments with you, kind of like you would, with your bank and situations like that. But you pretty much get an idea when I hit Velia, and you see all this stuff. This stuff was gathered by workers, not me. So all this time, my workers have been gathering stuff like potatoes and corn to make beer to feed the workers. Then you have these planks that is a byproduct from these pine timber. So I have pine planks, which I made from processing these timber. So it's really cool. There's a lot of stuff in this game as far as like professions that you can actually do AFK. So other aspects of the game we'll talk about is the combat system. The combat system in this game is so fun. Let me go and show you guys what grinding is like. So in this game, the fastest way to level is to grind mobs. Now, quests really don't give you experience towards your level. Quests really give you experience towards things like life skills and contribution points. Remember, like I told you before, if you want your workers to be able to farm things, you need contribution points to connect these nodes and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's something else that I almost forgot. I almost forgot to tell you guys about the nodes. So, say I click here, in city, and I have all that stuff, and then I click this farm, and you see how I have the potatoes here? I had to put contribution points in to get this. So you see contribution invest, I'll invest into this. Actually, let's see, connected here. So I'm gonna connect here, and then say I want lumber, I want wood, a worker to gather wood. So boom, I would pick contribution points here, and these contribution points, you never really lose them, but they get used up. So what I mean by that is I can uninvest, I can take my contribution points back out of these nodes, and I'll get my contribution back. So I'll do here, and then I'll take my contribution back, and then I'll go back from 18 to 19, and I'll do that one more time for the new players. Boom, you put a contribution point in, and you're down to 18 out of 17. So that's why it says I have 117, right? But I only have 18 free. So it's pretty much being occupied by that node. And I'll do another one here where boom, contribution point, then what is this actually? Anyway, it's an excavation thing. Okay, so I might actually need this. So boom, I put this point in here, and then as you can see, this list right here is my workers. Okay, it says worker list, and these are all the workers I have. Now the workers can only do work to nodes that is connected to the city that the worker currently is at. So say I have all these workers right here from Hydel City, and then I have one worker from Velia, so maybe he can actually start working here. I'm gonna do 500 and then start workload. Boom, he's going to repeat that 50,000 times. It takes 2 hours and 30 minutes for him to do that. So every 2 hours and 30 minutes or whatever, he's going to deposit whatever he gets from that node back into my Velia bank. It's going to show up here. And that's how workers work. So instead of me going out and gathering it myself, I just have a worker do it. So we talked about nodes and how they work. And eventually you're going to get to the point where you connect everything, all of this stuff. You know what I mean? All these farms, everything. You're going to be getting resources. You're going to be gathering every single thing in the game if you want to. Just like in RTS, you're basically sending your little minions out to gather tons of resources so you can get filthy rich. Filthy rich. You know what I mean? It tells me up there that I explored it and got it. But So then you have grinding, and grinding's the fastest way to level in the game because, like I said before, quests don't really give you experience towards your level. Now, mind you, there are some quests out there that do give experience towards your level, but majority of the time, the quests are for contribution points. So, as a new player, what you want to do is you want to do every single quest you get your hands on. Like, a lot of people say just grind if you want to level fast, but trust me, if you level up the way of getting quests, and it's not that much faster to grind because you're going to be grinding doing these quests. Majority of 9 out of 10 of the quests in this game are nothing but kill quests. So you're going to be killing anyway. You're going to be leveling, and you're going to be caught up on all your quests. You know, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of experience in this game. It's so cool the way it works, you know, because then by times you hit level 50, which you'll get there in like 3 days. If you're a new player, you might get there within a week. You know what I mean? If you're dedicated and you have a lot of time, shoot, you can get there in 2 days. You know what I mean? There's some new players that even get there in 1 day, you know? Through help of like parties and stuff like that. Partying in this game is very beneficial for money making and experience wise, but there's always conditions to these things, so don't kill me in the comment section below. Alright? So another thing I wanted to talk about that this game offers that a lot of other games don't offer is the ability to pretty much grind for as long as you want, for however, whenever you want. Okay, there's a lot of games. I play Guild Wars 2, where a lot of my friends, a lot of you guys, a lot of my subscribers know that I'm fully ascended on multiple characters. I have legendaries. I'm pretty much, like, you know, a powerhouse in that game. I'm successful, but the thing that pisses me off is I can't grind for money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every once in a while, you kind of want to just sit back and wreck the hell out of things and just stack up tons of profit or whatever. Just doing that. Like, maybe one day I don't want to do anything but mindless farming, watch some, you know, Netflix, or, you know, listen to some music on YouTube or wherever that may be, you know, while I'm just running around slaughtering mobs all day for profit. You can't do that on most games. On this game, you can. On this game, you get all sorts of things, and right here, this is the collection item from these guys, I'm guessing. But, this game has these things called exchange items, and not only that, mobs drop tons of stuff. Like, there's some areas or whatever that are better to grind, obviously, than others, because they have a chance of dropping items that sell for millions of gold, and you can get lucky and get, well, millions of silver. You get lucky and get one of these items, and it's kind of like, boom, you just literally got in 2 minutes what you know, what usually takes about 2 hours to farm. You got like 5 million, sometimes 9 million. There's even times where you'll get items that's even up to 90 million at certain spots or whatever. And it's not realistic to like actively go out there and farm that thing, but maybe one day you have a guild quest over there in that area and you're killing those mobs and you get lucky and get that drop. And it's really cool. You know, as far as the game's PvE, this is as far as the PvE really goes. I mean, there's bosses. There's a lot of world bosses. There's even a Discord that allows people. The community is, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say the community is not as cool as Guild Wars 2 community, but the community is definitely really balanced with really great people and really toxic people at the same time. And it's funny. It's kind of like League of Legends or a game that you play, and some days you have good luck and some days you just have bad luck and play like shit. You know, it's like that when you meet people in this game. Sometimes you're going to meet really, really toxic people, and sometimes you're going to meet people that are wonderful, that are just the coolest people ever. And I advise you to go out there and find yourself a guild, you know, that'll do things with you. You know, don't set out to join the very best guild when you're first starting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Join the smaller guilds and stuff like that, because I noticed that the smaller guilds are the type of guilds or whatever that'll do things for you. Now, I'm not saying join a guild just to get stuff from people or to use them or whatever, but guilds in this game is pretty much a contract. You know, when you join a guild in this game, you know, they want you to do guild quests and stuff like that. In return, you get paid for doing those guild quests. You get paid for your time. And a lot of people see paying guild members, you know, or guild members or people that want to join guilds and get paid to do so is lame. I mean, I don't think so, because it's progressing the guild's overall goals, which is to become a strong guild. And no matter what aspect that is, unless it's like a life skill guild and that's all they do is life skill, but any guild that wants to participate in any type of PvP action whatsoever should be finding a way to help their members progress. And progressing as far as gear and stuff like that requires money. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to money. You know what I mean? So when you join a guild and they're not trying to give you a nice contract or something like that, you know what I mean, and you're one of those active players, don't hesitate to go out and spend time and really look for a guild that's going to suit your needs. Maybe you're okay with not getting paid from a guild, maybe you're okay with just going out there and solo farming and stuff like that, but we join guilds to be a group and to do things together to make things easier for you. So like guilds in this game, everything in this game you can make money out of, which is so cool. And I'm not trying to do any plugs to my guild or anything like that, or throw shots at any other guild out there. All I'm saying is, make sure people do right by you. Because this is a game that people can take advantage of you, and I've seen it happen a lot. So make sure people do right by you, number one, and you do right by people. Okay, so special loot system. The special loot system is a system that allows your whole party to evenly divide loot. So pretty much what happens is, say we killing these guys right here. Hold on, let me, obviously don't have, okay, I did have my staff equipment. I don't know why he did that. But say I kill all these guys and then a bunch of items drop, right? And what happens to those items, if they're expensive items or green items, is they go to parlays on a marketplace called special deals. Now, special deals is a section of the marketplace. Anything placed in special deals is tax free, and they're placed there by groups that are using the special deal, special loot system. So what happens is, whatever it sells for, it sells tax free, and that amount of whatever it sold for, say if it sold for 100 million and there's 5 people in the group, well, everyone's going to get 20 million. So that 20 million will be instantly milled here. And as you can see, I have one here, marketplace special items sold, and this was from earlier, was a tails necklace, and however many people were in the group, I'm guessing that there was 2 of us and it split evenly, gave us both 19,447, and that's tax free, which is really, really, really cool. So now I really want to touch on the pay to win aspect of this game. Now, I feel that every MMORPG has these, and I don't know what it is about lately, but even World of Warcraft, like if you guys don't know, World of Warcraft can be pay to win as well, for twinks and for other things. I'm not going to go too deep into that because we're talking about Black Desert or whatever, but the pay to win in this game is considered pets, and the fact that you can buy Pro Shop items, which is the in-game currency shop I'll show you guys right here, and sell on the marketplace. Now, a lot of these things, they're not worth it to pay to win. The pay to win isn't too severe in this game because the people that are paying to win aren't making much off this whatsoever. So they can buy 5 items from this market. I'm not sure what the restrictions are, but there's a lot of restrictions on things, and most pets that I see are usually just a red panda and a desert fox. And these pop up a lot, but say someone literally has to spend 20 bucks to even be able to buy this red panda, just to sell this red panda for 5 mil. You see, 5 mil is nothing, but 10 bucks is a lot of money. I don't care what anyone says, 10 bucks is a lot of money. I make an okay amount of money, and I know 10 bucks is a lot of money for me. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys are like, oh, I can throw away 10 bucks, but I can't throw away 10 bucks for 5 mil. That's for sure. All right, so the next thing you have are, let me see, I guess outfits, right? So this outfit right here will literally cost someone 40 bucks to buy. And the reason being is because you can't just buy 3,000 you can buy 3,000, but you can't buy 3,400. Let's see how this works. So if you buy 3,000, you get 200 free. You still need 200 more pearls, forcing you to buy the 3,000 and the 1,000 to get 40,000, or just buy the 6,000 and just buy it. But this is what happens. So you buy this and you spend 40 bucks. You spend 40 bucks because the rest of you're not going to really be able to do anything with the pearls left over from this, you know what I mean? Because you're going to get this, you're going to spend 2 for this, so you're going to have 800, so you can't even buy a second pet or anything. You can buy some stuff, but you can't buy anything really worth selling. Nothing. So, anyway, you spend 40 bucks and you get this, you get, you know, the pearls that you need, and then boom, you buy this outfit right here, which is $34. Right, then you have extra pearls left over, right? Guess how much I bought this for? Let me show you guys. Go to the auction house right now, pearl items, and here's a few things you can make. You got the volley pack here that sells for about 9 million, 8 million, and 9 million, depending on how the auction house is going, right? But Wizard Lord Red weapon and outfit. So this is it right here. This is the outfit that was. It's only 24 million. You're spending 40 bucks to sell an item for 24 million. Yo, you can grind 24. There's people out there that make 300 million every 3 days off of trade skills, guys. This money's not worth it, but this is a good option because for those people, they're helping us, people that don't want to put money into the game. Like me. See, I have this outfit. I didn't buy it, and that's for sure. I bought it off of the marketplace right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I bought it. I actually won it 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Pearl items, and I bought it here, and I got it for 24 million. 24 million. That only took me 3 hours to farm. So, in a way, it's still equals out better than if you were making, say if you're making 10 bucks an hour, that's still cheaper than, you know, you making 10 bucks an hour, like, just saying. So then you have here the special deals that I was telling you about, and this area is awesome. Special deals automatically register items to set up distribution option in a party. So basically price falls 3% every 10 minutes. This is the bad part about special deals. The longer these items are in here, the less money they're going to be worth, but they don't get that regular tax. You know what I mean? So what happens is these items come in here and they sell for marketplace value depending on how long they've been there. And they usually sell quite fast, guys. They usually sell quite fast. Whatever party, say if this was a party of 2 people right here, each one of them will be getting, I would say, so 29 mil, each one of them would be getting a little bit under 15 mil a piece. You know what I mean? So you have things like this, you know, where a whole party, and that a whole party benefits from this. So now, like, if there's 4 of them, then they split that amount, 29 million, 4 ways. If you got it by yourself and you sold this item, you would get taxed 35%, I believe. And that would literally leave you, the math in this game is very funky, but I would guess that this person would literally only get about 20 mil from this, or 22 mil at most, selling this without this little value pack. Now, this value pack is the best thing you want to, if you ever spend money, buy one of these value packs. They're like 10 bucks, I believe, or something. Or you can just, I buy all mine from there. You see how many days I have? I have 74 days of this crap. 74 days, guys. 74 days. Guess where I got it all from? Just guess. I got it all from here, from the Pearl Shop, for like 9 million, which only takes like an hour to grind, if even. Sometimes you get lucky, you get an item that sells for 90 million. So boom, 90 million. You go buy yourself one of these. Now you cut the 30% off. So say you were getting 30% less from selling anything on this marketplace. Well, now you're not getting 30% less. You're only getting 5% less than the item would actually cost, which is awesome. You're making mad profit, getting fat loots and smacking them fat booties. All right. So another pay to win thing is the pets. I already went over the whole, you can buy things. You can only buy 5 things, but I went and I showed you guys it's not worth it to really do that. Pets, in my opinion, pets are worth it. Pets are really cool. They loot things. Like I said, when you're in a party though, I mean, pets are really worth it if you're a solo player. If you're grinding by yourself, or if you're in a maximum party, and you're the only thing that your pet loots for you is the silver. Well, the only thing you receive is the silver and collector items, kind of like these broken goblin amulets that I kind of spoke about earlier that you get from killing these guys. As you get higher, you'll get better items that give you better things. I don't think I have any in my inventory right now to show you, but you'll get items that you can kind of turn in, and they'll exchange. They're basically called exchange. Oh, here's one right here. So you exchange 55 of these for 3,000 silver. As the mobs get higher and harder to kill, you get better exchange rates for these type of items. So later on, you're going to be collecting things that give you, 1 million for 600. You collect 600 of those, and you change it in and get 1 million silver, which is easy. You can grind like 2-3 of those an hour. Later on when you get higher level. Right now I'm on an alt character. As you can see, let me show you guys. I'm not gonna disconnect here, but I guess I can't see the pictures of them. But as you can see, I have I have a lot of characters that are like 56. Okay, I think I have 3 characters that are 56. I have a Valk, which I believe that is. Then I have the new class, the Dark Knight, which is right here. You can't really see it. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why you can't see that. The game has very horrible optimized. That's another con. The game is not optimized to save your life. If you have a good computer, just think about it like this. If you have a good computer, you're going to be playing on medium and having problems. All right? If you have a great computer like I do, a monster computer, you're going to be playing on medium with minimum problems. And if you crank it all the way up to high like I have it right here, the game's just gonna the game's always gonna give you problems no matter how good your computer is. I'm just gonna simplify it like that. If you're gonna have problems in this game some way or another because the game's not optimized. Some people say it is. Those people obviously are fucking using Mac truck computers, those big ass fucking computers the size of a room that got like 60 million goddamn things of RAM and stuff like that. Anyway, another pay-to-win aspect of the game is the weight. Now, every item in this game has a fucking weight. Oh my goodness. This thing pisses you off. Guys, don't get fooled. When you go in this marketplace and you go, I'm going to spend some money, you spend money on shit like this. Weight. Fuck inventory expansion. You don't need it. Almost every item in this game stacks. All the items that are going to be weighing you down stack. Alright, so don't worry about inventory space. Chances are you're going to run out of weight. Your weight situation is going to get really horrible before your inventory gets full. That's a fact. Alright, so if you do have the extra bread to spend, by the weight limit, it's going to increase a lot. Your amount of time you're going to be out here farming. I'm not going to speak too much about these things. These things are pay to win as well. I don't really know what to say about these things. Spend $40, you get 100 of them. They're definitely pay to win. I'm not going to speak on them because I don't use them, because I don't level up and plus up my armor myself. That's another horrible thing about this game, is it has a armor plussing system, which I'm not too fine of, but I can deal with it in this game. It has a thing called a fail stack, where the more you fail, the higher chance you have to succeed the next time you do it, and so forth and so on. But I don't plus up my armor. I just grind the money and I buy the item straight out. You guys just to prove that I have this costume, you see right there, Lord, Red Staff, all that stuff. I got the whole entire outfit, the big one. Someone spent $35 for it. I bought with an hour's worth of work, like that. And you guys, the pay to win aspect of this game would be that would really be it. Other thing is like weight and your pets and stuff like that. But to be honest, to each their own on their opinions on that situation. I don't think it's that pay to win compared to other games where you can go and spend like $5 and buy millions and millions of game currency and buy like crazy benefits. Now, I'm going to state this, that the game, in my opinion, it's not pay to win to the point where it's game breaking whatsoever, not in the least. But at the same time, it is pay to win, guys. And that's just a fact. There's a difference between being pay to win and being broken pay to win. And every game I play nowadays, every game that's out, man, it's out to this date, that's been out for a couple days, is really horrible in that aspect. So just make sure you guys really do some research into this game and the other aspects and the pay to win things. There's people that have videos that are completely straight to those. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content.